Well, hello there. How are you? Good afternoon. It's Tuesday, so it must be Torah Tuesday. Well, we're going to deviate a little bit. We're not going to quite go on the Parsha this week. Instead, we're going to talk about it's Israel's birthday. Little Israel is 69 years old. Kind of cool, huh? So, I want to talk a little bit about Israel today instead of the Parsha, okay? Bear with me. Little Israel is 69 years old. You might be thinking, and this is a big deal because the state of Israel is this little speck of land, barely the size of Rhode Island. It took me longer to drive here today from Birmingham than it takes to go from Eilat to Haifa, the entire length of Israel. Why does it demand so much of the world's attention? Well, so many funds collected for Israel, and why are we, rabbis, always talking about Israel? Like Israel, the answer isn't so simple. Israel is the cradle of religion. Yes, the origins of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are all from Israel. It's hard for us here in the diaspora to believe that the entire Jewish people once lived in such a small area. The first and second temples were in Jerusalem, and the only reminder left is the Kotel, the Western Wall. Israel has been invaded, ruined, rebuilt, and destroyed again so many times, it's kind of hard to keep count. Is it all the wonderful treasures in oil? Sorry. No oil, and Israel is just a bunch of desert and mountains. In 1948, the Jewish people were given the land of Israel by the Land of Nations, so that the victims of the Holocaust had somewhere to go. After all, there were millions and millions of victims. Where were they supposed to go to after the war? Europe didn't want them, and the United States wasn't volunteering, so this little speck of desert was picked. Now, the only thing Israel's neighbors don't like worse than each other is us, the Jews. So you know that the Arab reaction to the creation of a Jewish state wasn't pretty. Every single Arab nation vowed to drive the Jews into the sea as soon as Israel was created, and they haven't stopped since. Today, Israel has become one of the most important allies to the United States. Israel invents and shares military hardware, computers, technology, and agricultural innovations. Stop and look at your iPhone. Yes, the chip that makes it work was invented and designed in Israel. Okay, we've looked at a brief history, some obvious economic benefits, but what about the spiritual nature of Israel? Israel is home of the Jewish people, period. We might physically live somewhere else in the diaspora, but our home and hearts are in Israel. Our religion was invented there. God gave this land to our patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. When Moses freed our people from slavery in Egypt, it was Israel that God promised. Again, that was then. What about now? A strong and vibrant Israel is more important now than ever. When we send our kids to Israel to either learn or visit, they come home with a new appreciation of Israel and the Jewish people. It is a proven fact that when our high school and college kids study in Israel, they come home stronger and more committed to the Jewish people. Yes, little Israel is 69 years young today. We're not going anywhere. The Israelis aren't going anywhere. They keep trying. The Arab nations, they keep trying. Sometimes you wonder if the UN cares. But little Israel is 69 and will keep growing. So, that's my take on Israel today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Like always, leave comments. Give me emails and wonderful little those texts you send me. And until we meet again, have a good afternoon, and remember to tune in for Torah Tuesday next week. Hey, thanks.